The Tesla Model S Plaid is already insanely fast, but today we're giving it something it never had before, true track stability. Let's get into it. Welcome back everyone to Supercar Driver Training's Tesla Plaid track build series. This is episode 2, and today we'll be heading up to North Wakefield to a company called BAF Performance, where they'll be fitting one of the most critical upgrades to the car. It's the rear K-brace. Now, I've heard a lot about BAF before I went up there. They've got this reputation for being a proper British engineering outfit. Small team, huge talent. No gimmicks, no fancy showroom, just the sound of grinders and welders and people who genuinely love what they do. After spending a day there, I can honestly say it's one of the most impressive workshops I've ever visited. BAF Performance was founded by Chris, who runs the place with absolute passion and precision. He told me how it all started when he was in his early 20s, working alongside his dad, tinkering with cars, building his own exhausts and teaching himself how to weld. What began as a hobby quickly became a craft, and that craft then evolved into a business. Eventually, he took that leap of faith and left his comfort zone and opened his own workshop and started creating his own brand of hand-built performance engineered parts. Fast forward a few years and BAF Performance is now known across the UK for producing some of the most precisely made, beautifully finished components out there. Here's the best part. These guys aren't sitting in some air-conditioned office or behind a CAD screen all day. They're in the workshop welding, cutting, fabricating, and problem solving all day, every day. This is real engineering, the kind that smells of metal and oil and everything that's measured by hand and finished with care. When you see what they do up close, you instantly understand why people respect them so much, and it's craftsmanship in its purest form. On my visit, I met both Chris and his lead engineer, David, and honestly, what a team. They were incredibly welcoming, explained everything clearly. They knew exactly what they were doing from the moment I rolled the car in. Watching them work was inspiring. Every tool had a purpose, every move had intent. No wasted motion, no second guessing, just years of experience condensed into pure precision. Now, they started by stripping the car out, the rear boot area of the Tesla, the panels, the carpet, the trim, to expose all of the structural mounting points. Then came the measuring and the alignment, making sure every connection point was square and true and the load bearing was done correctly. Once that was confirmed, they began actually fabricating the custom steel bars that form that K-brace. And this wasn't a universal part. This was completely custom made for the Plaid. Every angle and every joint is calculated to add strength to the chassis. The chassis naturally stresses and flexes under cornering loads. The brace ties that rear suspension together in an X pattern, which gives massively improved rigidity and reduces flex and gives you much sharper handling. Once the layout was right, David went to work welding and getting it all together and finishing the brace up with Chris. The level of accuracy was unreal. Clean welds, perfect fitment, and total attention to detail. After test fitting, they stripped it down, prepped the mounts, and bolted everything up for the final install. It's one of those moments when you realize this is more than just a car modification. It's an engineering art, a combination of design, mathematics, and hands-on skill that is happening right in front of you. What's even more impressive is how efficiently they worked. From start to finish, they didn't waste a single minute. While Chris and David were doing physical installs, Chris then went simultaneously to build the CAD model of the K-brace on his computer and explained that the prototype was fitted and tested, he digitized the design and have it all ready for production, meaning any other Tesla Plaid owner can now order the same brace as a kit. So you're not just watching a one-off job, you're watching the first BAF Performance Tesla Plaid K-brace installed, being designed, built and fitted in real time. After a few torque checks and some refitting in the boot, it was all done. Solid, clean, beautifully integrated. The finish looked factory, OEM. No rattles, no misalignments, just perfectly installed K-brace that looks like it belongs there from the factory. Straight after, I took the car out for a quick test drive, and the difference was instant. You could feel immediately the car felt tighter, more controlled, and the back end no longer wanted to flex when loading through fast corners, and the whole chassis felt more predictable and more communicative. Even over uneven surfaces, the car rode better because the structure was now more rigid and working as one solid piece rather than twisting slightly under load like a normal car would. A K-brace like this isn't just about sharper handling though, it's also about safety. By stiffening the chassis, you're reducing the potential deformation points in the event of a side impact or a rollover. It makes the whole shell stronger, helping to protect the occupants as well as improving performance. It's one of those upgrades that serves two purposes: to make the car faster on the track and safer on the road. And to me, it's the perfect balance. And here's something that genuinely surprised me: the price. What BAF charge for this level of craftsmanship is roughly half what you pay for a similar part from the US or even China. Yet the quality and the fitment and the engineering precision are every bit as good, if not better. It's amazing to see a small British business like this building a world-class part, entirely by hand, right there in front of you in the UK. So I'd like to say a massive thank you to Chris and David from BAF Performance. You guys are doing an incredible job, and it was an absolute pleasure watching true masters at their craft. If anyone's thinking about improving their car handling or strengthening their chassis and just want to support a homegrown engineered company, give these guys a call and you will not regret it. So that's it for episode 2 of the Tesla track build car. Next up, we'll be moving on to suspension, tuning and weight reduction, taking the handling even further. Make sure you subscribe, drop a comment below and stay tuned because we're only just getting started with Project Plaid.